This may be news to you, but not everything is about trying to sell something to you. Now, yeah, even though I'd love for everyone who watches this and is a genuine fan of the music I make to go purchase my debut album, more on that very soon. I also want you to be encouraged, think introspectively, and enjoy a good laugh now and then from all of my hoopla and shenanigans. Now, with that being said, I'd like to take you on a storytelling journey of the songs I've previously written and released, and why I think you might enjoy these songs just as much as I do, and hopefully even more so. I've never done any of these songs justice when it comes to advertising them and bringing them to the people they were intended for, which is you. The first song I'd like to introduce you to is my debut single, which released back in 2021, is entitled Always With Me. So, the story goes like this. So the year is 2019. My wife and I are nestled into our quaint South Florida apartment with our 1.5-year-old daughter, and with baby number 2 on the way. For my birthday that year, I had only one thing on my mind of purchasing, and one thing only. But first, let's rewind the story a little bit. Let's go back a few years actually and add some context to this story. So back in high school during my junior year, they told us that the next year, our senior year, they were introducing a music technology class.
Technologia!
I was super excited because I'd be learning how to record music, how music was actually made. And this was a huge deal because this was a public school, and they weren't just offering this to the AP, Cambridge, advanced students. To me, that was a huge deal. So fast forward to my senior year, and I make it into the music technology class. And the music software that we begin learning music production on is Reason Studios. I love Reason Studios, by the way. This class is so pivotal for me, just in my musical journey, because I'm finally learning how to not only create the music that I've always heard in my head, but create it and bring it to life and share it with others. Fast forwarding back to 2019, the one thing I wanted for my birthday, the one and only thing, was iTunes gift cards. Now, the reason I only wanted iTunes gift cards was because I could finally purchase Logic Studio. Up until that point, I had mainly used GarageBand because after high school I didn't have access to Reason Studio anymore, and at the time, in 2019, I was gifted a 2013 MacBook Air that had GarageBand free on it. So my only access to creating music after high school was through GarageBand. Anyways, all that long story short to tell you how I wrote and recorded and released my very first song out into the world. So I sat down at my laptop, I opened it up, and I opened up Logic Pro for the first time. And as I began to place my hand down on my MIDI keyboard, and just then I played this chord I found really intriguing. It sounded something like this. So I followed my kind of musical instinct and searched for what chord would come next. And it literally just happened like that. And so I began writing the song. Usually when I'm writing a song and it begins with a chord progression that sparks the idea, I typically try to find something melodious that complements the chord progression. So as I played my newly found spark of inspiration, writing the song kind of went something like that. Where did the time go? When did the seasons change? Where did the sun go? When did it start to rain? I continued to tool away at the song and work on the melody and the chords and the lyrics. And after a few weeks of getting it right, voila! The song is complete. Now, the next fun part of writing a song, arranging a fully produced version of the song. And that's where I kind of got stuck. It's fairly simple of a structure, of a chord progression. But sometimes as songwriters, we run into the issue of hearing everything that the song could be and struggling with figuring out which version of what you hear is going to be its first iteration, its public declaration of existence into the world. So I let the song sit for a little while, maybe a few months, until I began actually making decisions on what the final version, fully produced version of the song would sound like. So I had spent the next 8 months writing every guitar part, piano part, drums, everything. Writing it, recording it, mixing it, mastering it, the whole shebang. Now some of you may be asking, well, why didn't you just ask some of your musician friends and your producer friends who already are mixing and mastering? I didn't have any friends like that. Well, actually, I take it back. I did, but no one works for free. And were they really friends if they wouldn't work for... Anyways, probably not. So I had to do everything solo. Had no money, had no connections. So this was my first time really recording everything by myself, mixing everything by myself, not having a clue what I was doing, and mastering everything myself. Now, up until this point, like I had mentioned earlier, I had been using GarageBand to record and produce music, so this wasn't my first rodeo in doing so, but doing it for real with the intention of actually releasing this song into the world was a whole different story. So the moment came when it was time to publish the song through DistroKid. Not sponsored, but shout out to DistroKid. And as an independent artist, fully backed and supported and managed by me, it was pretty fun. It was pretty exciting. We're a little nervous to put the first song out into the world, and I remember kind of the thought process of, if I am only going to release one song, not an album, not a collection of songs, as my first release, with not knowing what I was going to release after this one, let's make the first one be an all-up-in-your-face type of song. I could have just been an acoustic, like emotional, just acoustic and vocal song, but I was like, no, this is going to be my first song. I don't know when the next time I'm releasing another one, so let this one be like bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, swinging for the fences, hit a home run type of deal, you know what I mean? So that's what I planned on doing, and wanted this song to be. Now, again, why am I doing this? Why am I sharing this? Because I didn't do this song justice when I released it, and the same is true with the songs that followed. Up until this point, that ends today. Starting with the song that I've been talking about this whole time, and all my previous songs, or songs afterwards. I really believe in these songs being beautiful masterpieces, and I want them to get to the right people and be heard by the right people and be loved by the right people. So that's what this PSA is, public service announcement, if you will. If you've heard the song before, I'd appreciate it if you keep streaming it, share it with your friends, share it on your stories, and go purchase it on iTunes if you'd like. It'll probably be up on Bandcamp soon. I've failed there too. I haven't had it up there like ever, but it will happen. It will be up there. That's the story of my debut single, Always With Me. It's a song that means a lot to me, and I think it still holds up 4 years later. Maybe I'll do a special remastered version for the 5-year anniversary. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, if you've liked this video, if you've liked the story, if you've liked the song, whether you've heard the full thing, just the snippet a while ago, and you're eager to hear the whole thing, do me a favor. Please go stream it. Please go tell your friends about it. Share it to your stories. Tell your folks in your inner circles and social media circles about it. Why? Because, again, I think they're beautiful songs that deserve to find new homes. They deserve to be enjoyed, not just by myself and the people I know, but it deserves, and these songs deserve to be enjoyed by you, because they were made to be shared, to be enjoyed, and as new companions in your lives, in my life. And you know, the Lord says sing a new song to the Lord, and that's what I try to do through my music. So go listen to it, please. Thank you. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, all the stuff, because I've got a debut record, 10 beautiful songs meant for you and your friends to be additional companions in your life. Sorry, my finger's very demanding right now. Yeah. So stick around for that. That will be coming up very soon. I'll be releasing some songs from there soon. The new record, debut record. It's crazy to say. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.